All right. Du, 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 du. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Open the chat of the live stream. Come on. There we go. Good morning, guys. I'd say we get started on this New York session. It is not yet 8:30. At 8:30 we have major high impact news. So I want to see how they essentially play out. This morning during London, I alerted everyone that we have a potential YouTube model forming with this pump above the midnight high, basically. This pump and immediate dump. We had the market structure shift confirmation on the 5-minute time frame right here on this candle, as well on the one. I look on both time frames really. And we can see we formed this low prior to making this high. And then it took us really a long time to close below this low. We got close to it, but we didn't close below it, so my rules weren't met at this point in time. I waited for the close, and I entered right on the discount paired with the breaker block. That's the 1-minute breaker block, and as we can see, we filled that. It took a while to play out, and we just consolidated, but eventually we hit our overall 2 risk reward target. I alerted the same trade on NQ. Interesting. Bounce off the VWAP. Right here, market structure shift, bearish fair value gap, breaker block, hit our 2 risk reward target. Let me check out ES here quickly, if we did the same thing just from the midnight open. So I really think we are going to target current high of the daily candle as well as 5-minute. Tuesday's buy side and maybe even Monday's buy side. But we just got a perfect bounce off that midnight level. Let's see. I'm not going to early jump into a trade. I want to see a clear setup. And likely that's going to come around the New York Open. And here goes buy side, even before news. That's interesting. Bounce off that midnight level. Perfect if we check the 1-minute time frame. Filled in this volume imbalance, this unfilled gap. Nice. Let's check out NQ here quickly. NQ also cleared this high. But so far this morning, NQ has really been slower. If we think about it, that's the London session high or pre-London session high. We cleared that a long time ago here on ES. Here goes Tuesday's buy side. And the news didn't even hit yet, so let me check out Forex Factory. Thursday, 8:30. Yep, we just had a monetary policy statement. And the Europe Bank have had a main refinancing rate monetary policy statement. That's very likely why we had this pump. The XY must have been dropping prior to the news. So let's find out. Just gonna get ready. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So just right here and there, if you wondered what happened, we had Europe news basically, like a CPI event for Europe at 8:15. That's why we had this impulsive move to the upside. Overall, I'm going to be looking for a YouTube model before or after 8:30. Not before, but after 8:30. Yes. ECB interest rate decision. So yeah, we can see that we expected 4.25% and we had an interest rate hike, which also had an impact on the US futures market. So we cleared that buy side liquidity. That was Tuesday buy side liquidity. Remember, we have high impact news at 8:30. Gut feeling wise, I expect that we clear Monday's buy side. I'd be looking for a nice little 2-hour reversal in this back end side of the range if we get it. I know we had a market structure shift here as well, but I'm not interested in that. It's outside the kill zone. And we have news at 8:30, so we might be better off, not placing any trades. I just saw that the YouTube live stream. Might not be going that well. Let's see. Let's find out. Home. Live now. Alright, I think I found the issue. Okay, now that should be going. Perfect. If you're watching on YouTube and you find yourself in a laggy stream, join us on Discord. Alright, so far, if we check the 1 minute, we could get a potential YouTube model, but it's prior to the news. I'm not super excited to take that. It is 8:24. We still have 5 minutes to go. And let's plot that right, so we know what has been taken and what hasn't. If there are any questions, yep, but we will see. I don't really think that this news candle at 8:30 is going to be very predictable. I think it's going to be rather volatile. That's why I'm staying out of it. Not worth the drawdown. I mean, I already secured 2 awesome trades this morning. I also shared them on Discord, so it's worth to keep an eye on the tape reading channel right here. This morning, all the way up here at 8:09 a.m. my time, which is roughly the 2 a.m. open. So the opening of the London kill zone. I said, yeah, potential YouTube model forming. I shared the chart. And right here, I was waiting for this market structure shift to happen. But as we all saw, is that the market structure shift didn't happen here. We didn't close below. I even checked on a 1 minute time frame. We didn't close below this low right here at 1 a.m. up until, yeah, 2:45. And once we closed below it at 2:45, right here on this candle, on the 5 minute and also on the 1 minute, we left behind a 1 and 5 minute bearish fair value gap paired with a breaker block right here. And yeah, I entered into this trade, placed my stop right here at this high, took partials on the sell side liquidity right here, and at the 2 risk to reward target. Very easy setup, and I'm just set the trade and forget about it. The same trade essentially happened later on NQ as well. We had the market structure shift at 3 a.m. right here. We cleared this high, so we kept on making higher highs, higher lows. We broke that most recent higher low right here with this candle, left a beautiful bearish fair value gap paired with a breaker block here to the left. We entered on that, or I entered on that, right here where the fair value gap and the breaker block overlapped, placing my stop also right here at the high, targeting a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. There we go, and we hit that paired with the sell side liquidity. All I'm going for is a 2-to-1 at the moment because it keeps it simple. I don't have to, I don't know, watch it hit 2 hour and then reverse. Keeping it at a 2 risk to reward win rate will turn out profitable over the long run. And so far, I think yesterday, I can also share that. Yesterday during the New York session after CPI, I went short with a good friend of mine. We've been in a call and we've been working on a fixed concept on how we can implement the YouTube model into our trading routine, knowing what to look for, really important. And yeah, we took the short based on a market structure shift here on NQ because as we can see, we pumped up these 2 candles right here and right here. And only on NQ we kept on going higher, making a new higher high. So we had a short as hell market structure shift once we close below this level, and this time it's a 1 minute time frame. We pumped back inside of the discount we left behind, paired with the breaker block, stop loss just above the high, and on this trade we actually hit a 3-to-1 risk to reward. And I took the same one on ES as well. Why? Because we had bearish SMT divergence. We also had displacement with a break of structure, but not with a market structure shift. So we didn't break the most recent higher low. This would have happened right here. But I still took it on ES and it also played out very well. Feel free to ask me any questions about these setups. Let me just put Discord back on the other screen. Because, yeah, I switched to, at least for now, to only stick to the YouTube model. It's popping up very oftenly, and yeah, price action hasn't been the greatest since we dropped inside of this daily fair value gap right here with the high at 4545 and the low at 4498.5. Inside here we really, yeah, for scalping, low time frame scalping, unless you trade the 1 minute, you had a hard time in here. All around here we've been moving very nicely. But since we've been chopping inside this daily fair value gap, really we didn't have the best price action for 5-15 minute scalping. News are going to hit in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there goes the drop. So let's see, we cleared buy side. This in itself is a market structure shift. Let me go up to the 5. Might be cleaner. So this would be a stronger market structure shift with the news candle. But I will only enter if we get a bearish fair value gap. And if we actually close below this low. If we do not, I'm not really interested in. We cleared external buy side liquidity. That's 1 point on my checklist if I want to enter on this. And yeah, we have London sell side and the low of the day sell side to potentially be targeted. Get rid of the daily fair value gap here for a second. Keep an eye on NQ as well, but we want to check the 5. So NQ is really selling off here. It's about to hit that London session low paired with the low of day. So very unlikely that we're going to get an entry. Yep, we had an entry right here. Bearish fair value gap. But not with a confirmed market structure shift. We did not have a break in structure either, because this would have come right here. So let's see how this 5-minute candle is going to close. On the 1 minute we already have a bearish fair value gap right here. On the 1 minute we have a confirmed market structure shift, so I'm going to enter with a micro position. If we get filled, I'm going to do it like this. We enter right at the low, we place our stop at the high, target a 2-1, make sure we're locked in on the correct account. We're going to use the New York session account. Create limit order. And we're going to go short with 5.
Order filled.
Alright, we got thrown in at a better price. So we're actually going to lose less. That's nice. Target our 2-1. Let's see how this 1 minute setup plays out. And on NQ we also have a bearish fair value gap, but I like the setup on ES more. So let's see. Because we could also have a little fake out here and continue back up, but that's the model. We cleared external buy side, we had a market structure shift, confirmed with a candle close, a bearish fair value gap from the news candle. So unless we want to continue to go up higher, I think this should be fine. I'm going to take partials on sell side. So the first partial is going to be right here at 4526.5. Gonna buy one here. Check out where the 5-minute candle is going to close now, if we can manage to close below midnight or if we sort of rechecked. Keep an eye on NQ as well. We open with a volume imbalance below midnight, so that's a nice confluence. I'm gonna keep the 5-minute open here on the ES contract and the 1-minute here where I entered short based on this bearish fair value gap. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Market structure shift bearish. I will also take a partial up here if we clear the sell side. Why do I do that? Because I want to make sure to get paid. This is my, like, let's say best case scenario, take profit target at the 2-to-1 risk reward, which is perfectly lining up with, no, I'm actually gonna do it like this, at the low of the day. Up here. Yeah, because I want to make sure to be paid. Because we do not always hit my target, so I like to partial out of the trade. Here on NQ, similar setup. I could have also taken that one, bearish fair value gap, paired with the VWAP, market structure shift, and we filled that. So I'm also, just for the fun of it, going to draw it up. This is how I would place my stop loss, and my target would be all the way down here. That's why I'm not inclined to take it, and I prefer ES more because we're up higher relatively speaking. Four, 4, 2, 7. Yeah, that's why I'm planning on taking partials. We also left behind equal lows right here. Engineering some sort of sell side liquidity here. And it's awesome. I really like having this model that I plan on sticking to instead of the good old tape reading approach, because this way I already know what I'm looking for when I start work and sit in front of my computer. I know what I'm looking for, and that's most important. If you do not know what you're looking for, you're less likely to find it, and you're more likely to jump on the train and trying to force a short or force a long, because you don't know what you're looking for. So we secured one partial. Let's see, we already started to reject. On NQ we hit the fair value gap that kept holding support during London, and now we keep moving up. Let's see how this 5-minute candle is going to close, while we already had our entry on the 1. check out NQ. We want to make sure they still line up, and they do. Check out the 5 minute here quickly. Let's see how we close, see if we can manage to close below the midnight level at 4531 is dashed line. Now we're going to open up 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and new bearish volume imbalance. Nice. It's what we like to see. I mean, it's, of course, we would have liked to see a deeper retracement, but now we also have a 5 minute fair value gap paired with the midnight level right here, giving me more confidence to hold, unless we violate it, as we all know, and continue higher. So if we check the 5 on NQ, we now also have a 5 minute bearish fair value gap. And we touch it, we just filled it right here, do you see that? We came inside of the 5 minute fair value gap and we immediately rechecked. Volume imbalance, unfilled volume imbalance right here. If we really zoom in here, you see that too. This little volume imbalance here, we did not fill it on this 835 candle. So really I would like to see this candle to make a new lower low. I'm not the biggest fan of the wicks to the downside, to be honest. And also that we have equal highs above, but only on the micro contract. Let's see how we trade within this 5 minute bearish fair value gap. I mean, it is news, but it's a valid YouTube model, so I decided to take it. We already secured a partial, so if we hit our stop, it won't be too bad. And really, yeah, we could chop here, go back up, go back down, not respecting discounts and premiums at all. But we will be a lot smarter in a couple of minutes, very likely. Can draw in the 50% here. Already touched that. We can measure the manipulation move to the upside prior to the move down, but like this, to get a rough idea in terms of standard deviation targets that we could aim for. We already hit the 0.5 standard deviation to the tick. The 1 standard deviation is perfectly lining up with the weekly VWAP. And then, 4 more potential targets. Gonna leave it on here. No, gonna get rid of it. I don't like it. Too much on my chart. check out NQ quickly. 1 minute time frame. If we would have cleared this sell side and this sell side, and I were in the NQ trade, I would close the position if we shift market structure here again. But as long as we're not, I'm good with holding the position. So unless we break back above the highs, we should be fine. Movement. So on the 5 minute, we actually did not have a confirmed market structure shift. If we really be picky here, we did not close below it. We opened below it, yeah. So let's say partially open up a new 5 minute candle. Cleared short-term high right here. So if we form a new lower low now on ES here, I'm going to start to trail my stop loss. Because on the 5 minute fair value gap, we almost filled that in completely. But we will see. Trusting the model. And if it doesn't play out, yeah, we know why, because we have news. And that's a good thing about using a risk-reward ratio. Because you will very likely not gonna win every trade you take. So on Nasdaq we would have went short right here. Stop loss would have been a lot bigger. That's why I quickly made that decision to not enter on NQ and only enter on ES. But I'm still going to keep track of it for my backtesting log. If I would trade my own live account, that would be, we do not have long or short-term capital gains tax. We only have capital gains tax, and that's 25 or 30%. Yeah, accountant is doing that for me. But yeah, with prop trading, I mean, right now it's really interesting because the payment provider deal that pretty much was working together with every prop firm out there updated their policy basically, and now they do not work together with Apex, MFF, not anyway. My funded Forex, something like that, another prop firm. So they really cut ties with most of the major prop firms because of what happened with MFF, and they do not want to be involved with prop firms at all at the moment. So yeah, they're gonna have a new payout provider. I saw that on Twitter just then. If you check out that load here quickly. Apex. There we go. I think they just, as we'll show you where, they decided to enter a partnership with many prop firms, including Apex Trader Funding. They are able to process payments manually, and Apex Trader Funding is operating as normal. Would be very interesting to know if that happened to more prop firms. Check out Topstep. Now I haven't made an announcement on Twitter, at least right now. But I know that my funded FX, they are also not partnered with Deal anymore. And I think on Apex, they actually described the issue because traders can't be considered. Show more replies. While we provided all required information to Dio, they ultimately decided to change their terms of service to cease operations with many prop trading firms. Somewhere here they said that traders can't be viewed as a contractor. Alright, so we rejected out of this bearish fair value gap and we open up with a new 5-minute bearish volume imbalance. On NQ we are also struggling, not really moving. So let's find out what's going to happen. That's alright, they still will process payments. It's just that the very easy payment solution for most of the funding firms is now not longer going to work together with them anymore. Sucks, but yeah, I mean, doesn't look good for the shorts. Already secured 3.75. Yeah, I think so too. Especially CFD firms with their, but they're partnered with 8-cap. They can still survive. It shouldn't be an issue really. So now we filled in the entire 1-minute bearish fair value gap. Very likely gonna get stopped out and continue up. The VWAP did keep on holding support. And we got stopped out. This model didn't play out. Check out NQ, very likely gonna have that same pump now at 850. Hunt for buy side. Without having cleared major sell side, that's okay. We entered right here. Let's get rid of it. Alright, and here goes the pump. So for now I'm going to stay away until the New York Open. Not trying to jump on the long. Q also didn't play. Potential for SMT divergence if NQ is unable to break this high. on a 1 minute on NQ, we would have also been stopped out right here on this high. I think now we maybe even use this as support, since we closed above it, to continue to deliver higher. Yeah, we are over midnight, that's right, but still, yeah, not what I want. Yes, we could get a bullish YouTube model now, but this here only swept internal sell side. I'm right now only looking to trade YouTube models that sweep external buy or sell side. So a high of the day, low of the day, previous day's highs, or highs throughout the week. Nothing internal. Like right here, we swept the previous day's high buy side. We kept on going up, 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 up. Cleared buy side one more time. Shifted structure. And how do we open up? With a new 5-minute volume imbalance. Right here, they likely just dumped it down to accumulate more around the VWAP to continue to move further to the upside and maybe even outside the daily fair value gap high. Yes, you can also look at this down move as as the fake out move, like said. If we close above here, which we likely did on a 1 minute time frame, this is a new YouTube model. We cleared sell side, internal, and we shifted market structure to the upside now here already, but we didn't close above it. So we could be framing longs of these discounts to clear more buy side. But I'm not going to be doing that on my funded account. But yeah, you're right. You could do that. But I'm going to stay out until the New York Open. We have potential SMT divergence with NQ. So let's see if we can use these discounts paired with the inversion fair value gap now as support to deliver back up into buy side. Remember, we are at the high of the current daily candle. We cleared Tuesday's pump and dump high right here. Still have some buy side to go. This high and this high right here. And then we're almost out of the daily bullish fair value gap. But first we gotta get up there. So if you like to take an entry based on the fake out move right after the news paired with a market structure shift, entering on discounts would be the way to go to reach into the buy side. Trade could look something like this. Target 5 handles just towards this little high right here. Stop loss would also have to be 5 handles because we enter at the high of the fair value gap. If you take Clear Monday's high, that's 6.5 handles, offers a little bit better risk to reward ratio. I'm gonna wait for the 5 minute to close here. 50 seconds to go. Twitter. 10 seconds to go. Potential 5-minute bullish fair value gap. Open up with a bearish volume imbalance, so on a 5-minute time frame the chart would look, or the entry would look like this, at least for me. Target 5 handles. If we retrace into the discount before taking the SPY side, otherwise, yeah, like I said, the entry would have come off this 1-minute bullish fair value gap. Use the inversion fair value gap already on NQ. Let's see if this is enough to push back to the upside above this high that we formed at 8.15. Let's open up a micro since we have a new higher time frame buy model. I will trade it, but with low risk. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And enter right here at 4536. Buy one. Yeah, let's buy one first. Check out NQ because we have bearish SMT divergence. Did not break the high on NQ. We also didn't close above it on the 5-minute yet, so yeah. Let's see if we get the retracement. It's a new hourly candle right here. So new hourly volume. 9 a.m. We're still inside the macro, which could potentially deliver into more buy side. But if I enter on the 5-minute bullish fair value gap, not on the 1-minute, like right here. The one I mentioned earlier, we already filled that. Right now we consolidate here a little bit after having cleared the buy side, while NQ still didn't clear it. Could be an opportunity on NQ as well. We have a bullish fair value gap paired with a inversion. Would be more confident in taking a long if it would have actually cleared, yeah, some external sell side, not internal. This is what the trade idea could look like on NQ. Stop right here at this low, target at least the SPY side, and after this SPY side we could target this up here. A 5-minute setup. So if we clear buy side before filling this 5-minute fair value gap, I will scratch the idea. Then a 1-minute setup played out over the 5-minute one. We close above. We have our breaker block right here. Looking at it from this perspective on a lower time frame, this would be our breaker block. Perfectly lining up what we see on a higher time frame. Can also check the 15 here quickly. Right here on the 15 we have a beautiful order block. No wick to the upside. Potentially leaving behind a fair value gap, or simply quickly going to retest that order block exactly at 4536.75, where my buy limit is sitting at as well. So if we get this log entry of the 5-minute discount right here, order block, we cleared sell side liquidity with that, only internal, but yeah, that's fine. So if we get to this level, I'm fine entering long. But if we, manage to clear Monday buy side before that, I scratch the idea and remove my buy limit. NQ didn't deliver into the discount, but it delivered into the inversion fair value gap, closing above, pulled back inside, but still having trouble getting above the midnight level here. So still forming more and more SMT divergence with NQ. NQ is not making higher highs, it's making lower highs, at least at the moment. Alright, so we cleared that first buy side target. Still didn't clear Monday's buy side. And if we go to the 15, we still have a potential bullish fair value gap here for a little pullback. But if we clear Monday's buy side before that, not interested, and then the 1 minute played out. Yes, looks like it. NQ was leading yesterday. Definitely, but it's not even the New York Open yet, so we'll wait. Let me check out here quickly. Didn't clear Monday's buy side just yet. I want to see the regular trading hours because we're going to open with a massive opening gap. Currently we're up here. Yesterday we closed down here. So a potential for a pump up and market structure shift 2022 model down to fill in this retail trading hours or regular trading hours opening gap. That's the idea. So get a pump up, clear all the buy side, and then have a little retracement up until, where did we close? Somewhere around this level, between London sell side and low of day sell side. NQ still didn't manage to break above the 815 high. And we just cleared buy side. So I'm gonna get rid of my buy limit down here. Did anyone get on the 1 minute long? Here on ES, we didn't retest the inversion fair value gap here on the 5 minute, but on the 1, we did right here. No, we also didn't on the 1 minute time frame. We only tapped inside of the order block right here, the 8:30 news candle. And with one tick, we tapped inside of this bullish fair value gap. Depending on your entry style, if you just market order entry, of course, you also would have been filled. But you guys should know by now that this is not my style or not the approach to go for. I'm not chasing, I'm waiting for the market, letting it come towards me. Not the other way around. Buy side liquidity taken. This was Monday's buy side, the high of the week. So right now we're at the high of the week, high of the day. Not high of the month, but high of the week. Oh shit. Ninja Trader platform froze, that's not good. So we fell short of this daily fair value gap high by 1 tick. NQ managed to clear buy side right above here of the inversion fair value gap. Unfortunately not of this bullish fair value gap down here. If we check the 1 minute time frame, we can see we had the inversion fair value gap. We close above it, we pull back deeper, also inside of this middle fair value gap here to deliver into buy side. Alright, so I'm going to scratch this idea. I'm not really interested in that anymore. I want to see if we might be setting something up. Like we said, we're gonna have a regular trading hours opening gap. We cleared buy side. So we likely see a retracement where I can maybe scalp a 2 risk reward YouTube model short out of it. We already failed with this short right here, but that's alright. We secured a partial, so our stop wasn't too big. That's why we do that. See. So now that the drawn liquidity, which was for me Monday's buy side liquidity and all these highs, has been taken, we can go up to the higher time frame once more to see if we where our next liquidity lies. We already cleared this high, so next buy side liquidity would be above all of these highs. But the next major pull would be right above here. Check out the 1 hour chart. Maybe we get an easier draw. Only the small fractal highs. Here we have previous week's high buy side, so if we want to push today, we really could do that. We've been setting up maybe for that the entire week inside of this daily bullish fair value gap to continue back to the upside. But we're gonna need a proper setup for that. We have a new bullish 5-minute fair value gap right here. That could potentially hold support to deliver up higher. If we do not hold support, I would expect a retracement lower. NQ is really, yeah, ES is leading today, like you said, FL trader. NQ is lagging behind. I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. I'm going to the bathroom. I mean, we still have some time until 9:30 opening. We will watch closely to see if we get a setup that could point us in the direction of the New York opening move. If we would have stayed below without clearing the major buy side, the high of the week, which was Monday's buy side liquidity, yeah, I would have been more inclined on longs, but yeah, let's just wait and see what both our charts are doing. I'm back. Open up the Discord chat. So we essentially use this 5-minute fair value gap here. If we check out the 1 minute fair value gap, a new 1 minute fair value gap that could potentially use to deliver up higher. We failed to make a new higher high. Also on NQ. So putting things into perspective, ES is already up here, cleared the Monday buy side, while NQ still below Tuesday buy side. That's a point of reference. Tuesday buy side, Monday buy side. Did anyone take any long setups so far, other than the YouTube short that we tried after the 8:30 news? Let me go over to the tape reading. So let's see, we're still on the 1 minute. I go back to the 5. NQ also struggling. It is 9:15. This could be the... So, make one thing clear. If 8:30 news would have swept the low of day sell side here on NQ, then shifted market structure going into the New York Open, I would be a bigger fan of that over than, not having swept that sell side, the London session low. If you would have swept that, I could really see NQ to, lift off during New York Open. Might still do that without having cleared that, but it's just nicer to see the actual sell side being taken if you want to go long. Same for ES right here. We already had this major pump up now, so let's see what we get at the New York Open. No, that's all good. You can share your trades. I'm working on, only entering higher probability trades at this point in time. Since, the entire time where we traded inside this daily bullish fair value gap really hasn't been the best, or hasn't offered the best conditions. And if I journal my trades, I prefer having an actual reason for my trades. Like, okay, we had a YouTube model paired with 8:30 news, paired with a 5 and 1 minute bearish fair value gap, the New York midnight level, where I can, sort of have a little checklist. Okay, what kind of confidence do we have? Did we clear external sell side, buy side? Yes, we cleared external buy side liquidity right here. Did we, Tuesday's high? Did we shift market structure? Did we close below the most recent low? Yep, we closed below it. Did we leave behind a discount? Yep. Where's the New York midnight level? Alright, it's also below us, and the fair value gap is beautifully paired with the midnight level. And then what time is it? It's 8:30. Are we at the high and low of the day? Yes, we are currently at the high of the day. If you go short, always good to be around the current high of the day. And yeah, if it doesn't play out, at least still I have my checklist and I don't have to add to my journal that I jumped into a trade based on a impulse. They're not really sustainable. Trying to improve the quality of my setups. Yeah, over the quantity. And there goes the pump. So we start to see that retail trading, regular trading hours opening gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're now above the daily fair value gap. That's the first time since Monday that we left that entire range. NQ also is pushing up now. So yesterday closed down here. Today open up right here. We have an old unfilled regular trading hours opening gap right here that we are now currently inside of. As you can see right here, that's a regular trading hour opening gap. We're inside of that now. We will see if we just have one-sided delivery. I would still welcome that. Check out the 15 here, go all the way to the left, fair value gap, sort of a balanced price range, equal highs, and overall buy side liquidity around the 4600 level. Go back to the 5. We will see what we get. If we see a YouTube model forming with the New York Open, which is going to happen in 8 minutes, I'm going to take it. If not, then not. If we get a beautiful long continuation setup, I would take that, yes. But I'm not going to be in prior to the New York Open without a good reason. If we would get a very strong displacement, no, yes. But really, it's sort of tough. I mean, we've been working along this trend line. That's pretty obvious to spot. Like a little channel that we have formed to push through all the buy side. So a 1 minute market structure shift could do the job for us for a quick retracement. 5 minute, 1 minute. Monday buy side liquidity. High, low, higher, high. So here would be our market structure shift level at the moment for the 1 minute. I would prefer shorting yes because it's up higher than NQ, same reason as last time. market structure shift for the displacement on NQ would happen right here. Put in a high, higher low, higher high. Now we seem to be getting a strong displacement just prior before the New York opened. Back below the midnight on NQ. And why do I pick this low for the market structure shift and not this one or these lows? It's simple, because if we look on the structure here, let me use the path tool. We moved up, formed a new higher high. Higher low. And we formed a higher high. Then we pulled back, formed a higher low. But right here, these highs, they were not higher highs. The highest high right here was there. So I'm looking for that next higher high, which would be right here. So all this is just little bits of internal structure within the overall price action, or this little trend back up. So if we shift structure here, this would actually clear the most recent lower high, pull back into discount, continuation lower. NQ already shifted structure now. And is very strongly selling off. Let's see if we get the same on ES. Our breaker block would be this box. We already have discounts up here. And of course, this could just be a fake out prior to the New York Open. But since we cleared major buy side already, I'm fine with that. So let's see. 2 seconds to go. Open up the 1 minute micro chart. We did not close below, so not a market structure shift yet. Stick to the rules. NQ already closed below. I'm going to draw the same thing up on NQ. We have our breaker block. We have bearish fair value gaps all over the place. Right here. Right here. And right here. It's 27, so we have a few more minutes before the New York Open. So the short setup essentially for me would come off the midnight level here on NQ. Stop loss right here at the high. Target a 2-1. Actually not that bad. I might try it on a micro NQ contract. Off the midnight level at 15,623. Just filled this discount on ES without having broken a structure yet. One minute chart on NQ, 15,623.5. Sell 1. Buy stop. Buy limit. Set and forget. If we get filled at the midnight level, we take it. We welcome it. ES so far didn't shift structure. We broke it with a wick, but we didn't confirm with a close. Of course, this could have also just be some sort of manipulation. Lower to go back up. And it's the New York Open, so let's see. Keep an eye out on NQ here, because our NQ order has been filled. You might have heard that. And I would add one if we get up to this level. This is not a breaker block just yet. And we would wait for the close. Next 1 minute candle.
Order filled.
Let's see, this is our last level of defense for shorts. Otherwise, we're going to continue up higher. The short idea is based on a regular trading hours opening gap. Let's see, NQ is pretty strong here. Our stop is above this high. ES is starting to reject off this discount without a confirmed market structure shift yet. But we're in on NQ because we had that confirmed market structure shift. Alright, here we go. Too late to enter on ES, really. That's why we're glad we entered on NQ already. That's the YouTube model in full action prior to the New York Open. So let's see. Now we shifted market structure on ES as well. Let's see if we leave behind a 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we are immediate rebalancing. Having cleared a short-term low, so I'm not going to take an entry on ES today during the New York Open, since we're already in on NQ. That's the breaker block. We did retest that level. Going to secure a partial here on NQ maybe. Yeah.
Order filled.
The other partial we're going to take on the sell side pool. Right here we could have gotten the entry of the breaker block. Just a bit too slow for that, but that's alright. Secured 50 bucks already. Back at break even for the day after our initial loss at the 8:30 news open. So let's see if we actually fulfill the YouTube model and yeah, start to fill in that regular trading hours opening gap. I outlined everything prior to taking any of these trades. Not in on ES. We do not have any new discounts. We used this highest one. That's why we drew it up. But yeah, on NQ that confirmation came in quicker. 5 minute time frame. We also, or 1 minute time frame. We are now inside of these bullish discounts that we could use to bounce back up. We will see about that. We already secured partials on NQ. Going to trail my stop just above this high. If we get back up into it, I'm not interested anymore. But if we quickly here check out that regular trading hours opening gap. Okay, on NQ we almost filled it. But on ES I'm pretty sure we didn't. Because it's much larger on ES. Let's see. Tiny little bearish discount. Bearish fair value gap. Keep an eye on things. Thinking of moving my stop to break even here on NQ. Because we could be bouncing off these discounts. Let's wait for the candle close. See what ES is doing at the same time. Also, just filled in these inefficiencies it left behind. Bounce off the 8:30 open. Now back in the breaker block. I'm gonna give the YouTube model a chance because I really think it's a high probability setup at the high of the day, week, blah blah blah. We discussed it the entire live stream since 8 AM. We cleared the low. Now I'm going to trail my stop to break even. If you joined the party late on ES, you would have gotten the entry now on the breaker block. My stop would have been above this high for 5 handles, targeting sell side or a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Let's see, I really favor shorts here. We've been in a serious chop area the entire week. Nice. YouTube model. If you know what you're looking for throughout the day, it's much easier to actually see it live. But yeah, how can you find something maybe by coincidence or by luck if you're looking for something but you don't know what you're actually looking for? Yeah, maybe by lucky chance you find the model, something, or like a good entry. But yeah, you didn't look for it. So let's see. Stop at break even. Fine with that. We had the same issue this morning during the London Open. If you recall, this was the London Open short. Down here where we also chopped. But overall the YouTube model played out. We already secured profits. No, I'm gonna keep holding. Set and forget. Initial stop loss was above here. Oh, we would have already hit a 2-to-1 risk tree board. Anyway, let's go for the full pull. Check out the higher time frame here on NQ quickly. Should be fine with our stop at break even, all at that midnight level. Perfect entry. This could potentially lead to a Judas swing at the opening if we check out the regular trading hours on ES here quickly. We can see we started to fill in bits and pieces of the gap, but really, not really. All we did was consolidate so far, regular trading hours. Yeah, major choppy environment here. Seek and destroy almost. But hey, we have untapped sell side. That's why I'm still in the Nasdaq trade. Sell side here at London, and overall sell side at the low of the current daily candle. If you wonder why I still hold this trade, we have the regular trading hours opening gap on the ES, so it's still a good idea to be short. I didn't enter on the ES short. I'm already in on NQ. Doing both on the same account is pretty tough risk management wise. Let me make sure I'm actually break even here. Look at this chop, 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 chop since the New York Open. Dump down, chop, 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 chop. Same stuff that we saw over here during the London Open. We open up, have a drop, then we chop, 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 chop. Alright, seems like we're gonna be stopped out on NQ at break. Yeah, no, not yet. We have no SMT divergence either. Yeah, we sort of have. Right here on NQ, you see that? We form lower lows. While on ES, we form higher highs. That's something. So we hit 2R of my entry. Really should have closed there, but I wasn't fully aware of it. We already hit that. So, my fault. So, ES. Is anyone short on ES on this setup? Nice. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, just gotta make sure you get a good entry. Then I think you should be fine, risk management wise. Like right here, shift market structure. My second entry came off this bearish fair value gap. The first entry came off this tiny little fair value gap. Yeah, right here. Yep, at this high where my first entry came in, and then at the New York Open I got filled in with that second limit order. Yeah, fair enough. If you're already up that much, why even consider risking it? Maybe a different account, maybe paper trading for the experience. But yeah, if you're up 2 grand on a 50k account, then you might as well, yeah, wait. So let me drop the trade on ES. Entry would have come for me personally off the breaker block. Stop above this high. Target, simple 2-to-1. You don't want to aim for the stars. Keep it simple, maybe 12 to go below the 830 low. But a 2-to-1 risk reward is good enough. Take partials. That's the best thing you can do. Right now we have potential SMT between ES and NQ. ES cleared this low, while NQ did not. Which could fuel the pump back up. But yeah, just chop so far. Now we're on the VWAP here on ES. Let me check NQ higher time frame. Looking nice. Yeah, not looking nice. Don't get me wrong. But also looking terrible. Here on the 1 on ES, it's really job. Just wait for a good entry, breaker block, or maybe even this old bearish fair value gap, or this order block right here at 929. Kept respecting these levels so far. And then sit and wait. Already anticipate a loss. Then you don't make any emotional based execution mistakes. And if we get stopped out at break even, that's already gonna be it for me today. I looked for the 930 YouTube model setup. Same for yesterday. Yesterday it delivered 2 risk reward. It theoretically already delivered a 2R here. I just missed out on the opportunity. I mean, I closed down here, which already is 2R of the lower entry. So yeah, my execution mistake. I'm not really looking for more at this point in time. Now the stop is at break even, risk free. We have new SMT divergence right here between ES and NQ, bounce off the VWAP. After rejecting from the breaker block, we're back inside of it now. I don't know, all we did so far was job. I'm not going to secure here. Screw it. You see that? That's every time I hover over this X, you can tell that my emotions are taking over control and I might consider closing the trade out early. Hi SilverBullet. So on ES we only had a breaker block entry, no discounts to enter on other than the breaker block. Let me make this stop a little bit darker. No, that's too dark. Yeah, like this. 2 risk reward for 10 handles, risk 5, make 10. Another bounce, obviously. Can NQ follow now? Check out the 5 minute. Looking alright. Just messy. Like this entire week. Yesterday it delivered nicely. Let's find out if we can make it 3 out of 3 at the New York and London Open. Let's find out where the 2 risk reward would be. Oh, pretty much where we're at right now. No, I'm targeting sell side. Equal lows. Three to 1 risk reward. I'm contemplating. It's tough to tell with a consolidation such like this one. Maybe a higher time frame could give us some more help. Yeah. Gonna leave it down there. High resistance until we finally break loose to either the up or downside. No fair value gap since 930 on ES. Just a tiny little one here on NQ. See if we can break this low. Did we do it on the full contract? Yep, no we did. I think we're selling off. Yay! Where's my stop? I want to modify my stop. I'm gonna close here. It's 3-1 retrieve board. Done. Done deal. Nice.
Order filled.
And there we go. My order just got filled with a little delay on the back end with the voice. But the YouTube model played out. Secured 50 points on NQ, and because I closed, it's a good time to short now, because now prices are going to melt down. I'm content with enough for me today. Even if I got my short in at the high of the week, high of the day, and we obliterate into like, yeah, into the netherworld, I don't care. I mean, I don't like this SMT with ES. Let's see what we have already hit 5 handles. Yeah, a long time ago. I entered with 2 micros. We took a small little loss earlier. Let me find out. $82 in profit. Keep in mind that we had this little loss earlier, which costed 60. So all up, $150. Like I said, I have a very strict risk management plan. That's why I don't have the 1600 or 2 grand or like the H&M Smith, the typical H&M Smith trading day. I prefer to stay in for the long haul. All right. And here we drop. We just cleared that sell side. Payday! Nice. Yes, there's SMT. But I think ES will catch up. Awesome. I'm glad that my live streams can help you improve your trading. Alright, so yeah, we have SMT divergence and Q sold off very quickly here. And done deal. 62 points. Yeah, so struggling, still holding up on these 2 fair value gaps. Nice. Even cleared that low of day sell side down here. Gonna keep an eye on ES here for the time being. Nice. So let's see if ES continues to follow NQ here. Oh, NQ is gone. We have the Wednesday PM session low right here. That might be the next target. Just like we anticipated. Awesome to see all that play out. I hope you guys made some profit too. If it is ES, I mean, we already hit our, no, we had 1.6, almost 10 handles. On NQ, yeah, well, you saw me execute that live. Well, I mean, we went short on ES down here. I don't know if you want to hold for all this drawdown. This is essentially over 10 handles. Are there any questions regarding today's setups? Because I would NQ long. Maybe we have SMT divergence with ES. We cleared the low of the day. We had the stump. We had the sell-off already. Hit the 3-to-1 risk reward. I don't know, to be honest. If we get a inversion fair value gap here, you could try it. I wouldn't personally. But since we have SMT divergence with ES and ES is already starting to pump, ES never cleared this low. Not speaking of the London session low and the low of the day. So yeah, maybe getting an entry long somewhere around this area, around 1570, might be a good call. I wouldn't take it personally. I'm looking for my specific model, not trying to hop in. Alright, guys. That's gonna be it for today's live stream. We did what we were supposed to. It's not even 10 a.m. yet. And yeah, not more interest in today's price action. 5 handles on ES, 60 points on NQ, and yeah, that's how we do it. Alright, guys, take care and enjoy the rest of the trading day. Make sure to not burn out. And yeah, I know FL Trader, we have series SMT. ES is pushing very strongly with that SMT, so if NQ is going to catch up, maybe getting in on a little discount after we inverted this bearish fair value gap. We will see. I'm not going to take it. Alright guys, thank you. I will enjoy the rest of my day. Yes, I will post the entire recording on YouTube. Alright guys, take care. Make sure to not burn out, especially if you already made profits. Be content with enough. And yeah, take care. Bye.